Hello, collective. How are you doing out there? Oh, God, y'all. Spirit is really making me do this, y'all. So, today's reading is going to be about our relationship with sex. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I had a bias in regards to looking at love readings. Yeah, I mean, it's still there. Don't get me wrong. But, I think I'm more open to them now. However, my stance still holds strong on those readings that tell you to go back to relationships and that these people have changed. Now, I don't disagree that people can change. However, I don't think it's for you to go back and embark upon lessons that you have already learned. Despite people changing their behaviors and that part of them is still there. I mean, it's just dormant and can be triggered at any moment and come about. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So why trigger emotions in people? Been there, done that. Why you need to do it again? So sometimes those people coming back into your life is just a test to see if you learned that lesson or do you need to repeat it. So it can be further embedded in your head and further traumatize you. And that's the way I see it. And I stand on that. However, before I go out on my whole entire spiel on why source is making me do this, let's pull from our first card. Now, I have no idea if this is going to really tie in the meeting like it usually do. However, this is something that I do, so this is something that is always going to be a takeaway, despite if it correlate or not. So let's do that first. You know, when I hear those readings, you know, I noticed that love readings are the most popular. So that's why I didn't define this as entering into another relationship, because that's basically what Source is trying to get a lot of people that's celibate and out of relationships to open up their heart to relationships. Did that come out right? Because I think I crossed over from one thought to the next. However, when I see the popularity, yeah, I just don't. I think that most people do want to enter into relationships. However, I don't know if most people are healed when they enter in relationships. And I don't think anybody can be fully healed. However, I think they still hold on to a lot of trauma bonds due to relationships. I'm going to put it that way. Now, this is... Ooh, I have no idea. Is that in focus? Tajaj. I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce that. Tajaj. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull from these cards. We're going to pull that. I want to do 5. Yeah, I'm going to do 5. And these are just random scenarios. I don't know how they're going to correlate. And this is like, don't put your eggs in one basket. Now, as it relates to relationships, woo, I can't wait. All right, let's put this over here so it could be out the way. However, it might match up with the tarot. So we'll see. That's going to be interesting though, since this was based up. Release your ex. The time has come for you to clear your energy. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Okay. I guess that makes sense there, don't it? Alright. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Now, I know that's hard to do sometimes, especially when you got friends out there that exhibit the same ideology, behavior as you in regards to sexual relations. I would seek out those that exhibit healthy relationships if you can find them, because listen, woo, in my demographics I don't see that. And that's not to put anybody down, in case anybody in this area happen to see my video, but I'm kind of a loner, so I wouldn't. But anyway, let me just put that disclaimer out there. I can't say that I actually have ever seen a healthy relationship. That's sad. That is really sad. Explains my history with relationship, huh? Okay, so it said let go of control issues and allow things to unfold naturally. Yeah, I come from a broken home, so. And pay attention to the signs. Now this is all good. So don't put your eggs in one basket. I just want to go back to that for a minute. Now, when you're dating, a lot of people think when they're dating people that they have to be exclusive. Now, I think exclusivity, if that's a word, comes about when there is an agreement and when you actually put sex in the mix of things. I think that's a call for commitment. Now, people may differ from my opinion. However, I mean, if that's what floats your boat, I'm not here to really challenge that, but maybe get you to consider what's being said here today. Okay? I'm going to just leave it like that. So, we're going to pull 5 from here and 5 from here. Now, all these cards in here, I'm going to forewarn you that they all are negative. However, that is the point of this. Now, they don't have to necessarily relate to your situation, but they are common occurrences that happen in relationships. Now, these cards here have good scenarios in them. However, they do have a couple of bad things in them. So we're going to pull 5 from each. Just match them up. And then we're going to pull from the tarot. We're going to pull from the higher self first. Line those up here. And see how everything kind of goes together and fit, if you will. Okay. So I can have a few things to pull from. Kind of guide the topic, the situation. Now, Source is making me do this because me, child, not necessarily looking for a relationship I haven't been for quite a while right now, but I think Source is making me come up out of my comfort zone and talk about things that are not my forte, because this is going to make me learn some things about myself, provide a little growth in this area, and give me some things to think about. However, please leave a comment and tell me what you think, because I'm interested to know. Now, I'm going to tell you that, of course, from my spiel and how I began, that I am not an expert in this field. I'm going to tell you. However, I can draw from my own experiences and tell you how it worked for me. Okay? Alright, so let's give it 5. Alright, you got Let Me Go. You deserve all good things in this world right now. I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. So I would say, believe people when they tell you who they are the first time and how they feel. You know, a lot of times I've witnessed that people tell you that they don't want to be in the relationships, and you kind of force your will upon these people by pleading, begging, why and why and why. And why would you do that? I mean, this is only prolonging the inevitable, making you have more attachments, and then you complain about how the person did you wrong when they told you they didn't want to be with you in the first place. And this is not only necessarily out of words, this is their actions, the behavior that they exhibit. Then you go look for a video that demonstrates the karma that they did upon you. Now that part really cracks me up. And I'm like, if you go look at a video in regards to their son's side, and it'll be saying the same thing about you. So I just want to put that out there. I just find it so amazing that people don't see the part that they played in the dysfunction and the breakdown of these relationships, and look forward to seeing the karmic justice upon the person that did it to them. I just don't really get that. I really just don't get it. That just really cracks me up. Like you are without, any involvement in the situation. You stayed in it. Now this one says feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost and don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier to just stay in silence. Wow. And that's going to make it better. That's crazy. I mean, it just really goes back to what I just said about letting go. If you feel lost in a situation, maybe it's time to just let go. You don't know what to say anymore. It's probably time to move on. And this is going to bring me to pay attention to the signs. Let go of control issues and allow things to unfold naturally. And it says, release your ex. Time has come for you to clear your energy. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Which brings me back to dating. You need to date, I think. Well, I mean, I don't understand. You know, a lot of times, I know I've been guilty of that. To start dating somebody and be exclusive in my mind. Because I felt that was the right thing to do. Not knowing what they doing, but I'm exclusive to somebody that's just dating me. He ain't never said he wanted to make me his girlfriend. But I'm exclusive. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with dating multiple people. I think it's just different when you're having sex with multiple people. Unless y'all got some kind of agreement going on. And not in your head. I'm just saying. Something's really making me do it, and I'm putting it up here too. It says, let the past go. Can we rewind the time and go back to before we're both broken by life? Our past hold us back from the future. Well, I'm going to say that's a no. Especially if I'm out of a relationship. Now, if you're in a relationship and you can salvage this thing and both of you are in agreement to let the past go, I guess I don't see that wrong with it. I mean, listen, we all go through ups and downs and things like that in relationships, and if you think you can salvage them and y'all both on the same page, yeah. Who am I tell you not to, right? We're going to just pull a 3 from there because there ain't enough room. But sometimes, I don't know. If you can let go of the past, that all depends on what the past consisted of. Are you going to really forgive? Are you going to have that self-doubt? Or are those memories going to plague you every time some of those red flags, those signs, it says pay attention to the signs. Are you going to negate back to those warning signs and behaviors that make you think that your person is cheating? Or are you just setting yourself up for failure? Those are the things you need to ask yourself when you're trying to go back to these relationships. I actually looked at a reading today. I just clicked in it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe clicked on. I think it was maybe the angel number. I don't know why I clicked in it, but I clicked in it. Maybe compelled to click in. However, I know what it said. I know what made me click in, because it says Aries, you're wrong about this. You know, that's my sign. However, I don't know if I necessarily agree with signs, because listen, it's just the energy of it anyway. So I think you can find beneficial information in any sign. That's how I see it. We are all connected. And it says, how could you ever forgive the mess I've made? Source is funny, ain't it? Now that just goes back to what I just said. Can you forgive? Can you forget? In the moment, you can forgive, can't you? But soon that little argument arises, you're going to be questioning that person all over again. Especially if it's cheating. Why would you want to live through that trauma, that thought process, that ever nagging suspicion? Why would you? Unless you just don't care if they cheating. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't care. A lot of people think if they just paying the bills and doing what they need to do to take care of the household, it's all good. I don't know. I witnessed this. So first I want to talk about the relationship that you have with sex. The things that you allow. How you compromise yourself. And how in the end of it all, you only deceive yourself. When you compromise yourself for sex. And issues that evolve around sex. The betrayal of some of these sexual relationships. How it blocks you off from true love, true connections. People don't believe in me. Pay attention to that. Well, you ain't got to worry about if people believe in you or not. You need to believe in yourself. But as far as when it comes into relationships, sexual relationships, sometimes your track record is what people go upon. Which may not always be fair. I don't necessarily believe just because Henry cheated on you, he's going to cheat on me. I just don't believe that. I think it's dependent upon the relationship that you have with that person. However, you do have men and women alike that go out here and get into relationships just for sex. Now, I know a lot of people out here are not willing to admit how many one-night stands they done had, after a drunken night. And sometimes land into a full-blown relationship. And sometimes, a lot of times, how you start out is how you end up. Especially when you're in your karmic nature. Your partner probably see you as somebody that will do that with the next individual, and there's already a lack of trust right there. You know what I'm saying? Probably ain't gonna tell you that. But the distrust, it seeps in. I'll take that one. This is what happens when you go back to relationships. And this is what happens when you go into relationships when you ain't healed. The first sign of that person displaying your ex's behavior, that's a trigger. And then who you hurt? You, because you go out there and do something stupid. A lot of people have revenge sex. You did to me, I'm going to do it to you. Ain't that what they do? I ain't saying this is you. I'm just trying to get you to think about some of these things that you got to let go. Because it's time to release. Now this is a lot out here. And I really don't know which source want me to go with this. But let's pull from the higher self part. I mean, you have to think about a lot of times, you know, the chemistry is there. Of course it is. Especially when you're in your karmic nature and drugs and alcohol that play and all that stuff right there. Have sex with this person is good. And instantly you lose yourself, your whole entire daggone mind sometimes, because now it ain't based on the person, now it's based on the sex, you know. How they rocked your little world. You got still up here asking for guidance. That keep coming out. So I'm assuming somebody needs some guidance in this area. And I'm going to tell you right now, you sure don't need no guidance from somebody out there that do not understand healthy sexual boundaries. And you got prey and strength. That's crazy that that came out there like that. Wow. And when I see pray, I don't know if I necessarily agree with pray. Because that's like going outside of yourself. I mean, seeking something outside of yourself to fix the problem when it's you that need to fix the problem. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Now, I know it's a lot of people from different backgrounds, spiritual, religious, that look at tarot and I don't know. Who am I to say who can utilize tarot, if you're religious or not? But I thought it was kind of spiritual. I don't know. What do I know, right? But I don't know. Spirituality and religious sometimes contradict attaining your higher self. It's you that need to fix your problems. The angels and the ancestors just assist. You have free will. So I don't understand why people think that you have to plant the seeds, you have to put in the work, you have to do this, you have to do that. They just assist and guide you. And for your karmic debt that you pay off, then you are rewarded. Whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back. So I don't understand this pray. I don't. Leave it in the comments. You ain't got vision. Open up your third eye and see things for how they really are. Understand that the power is within you. You need to make the change. You are the phoenix rising from the fire, and that's lining up with pray. Yeah, you got to make the change. Yeah, ask for guidance. Ask the ancestors to help you tap in. And you do that by clearing your energy. By raising your vibration. And this is still all going back to you doing the work. And once you clear your energy, they can come down. Your third eye opens. You become clear. You are acceptable to who you are, what you possess, the powers that you possess, the change that you can make in your life. But it's you doing the work. And pause. That's right. You need to pause all that action. Separate yourself from all that negative sexual activities. And have love for yourself. Make the change to come up out of that. But this was all about being open to relationships. And a lot of people do tarot readings and all that good jazz and tell people to let go of things that no longer serve them and be open to love in all areas of their life. You know, you got to unleash this blockage, but won't go into a relationship because of fear. Because of all this right here. All this right here is fear, and all this is still the stuff that they holding on to. But then all of this stuff, they played a part in it. But then they want to go look at a video on how their partner is receiving karmic debt when you allow all of this. Because you seen the signs. You just didn't pay attention to them. You just thought you was going to change this person. Let go of control issues. And allow things to unfold naturally. Just like you got people out here that's going to tell somebody how to treat them. When you just don't naturally let the person show you who they are. You know, you demand this, you demand that. That ain't what they want to do. They probably just do it because your sex was good or something like that right there. Appease you. Instant gratification for a moment. But when you gotta make people do things for you, that ain't what they want to do. Put a ring on it. You force people. You give them an ultimatum to marry you. Why would you give somebody an ultimatum to marry you if they ain't want to marry you? I just don't get it. Then you got people out here that go in relationships when they know from the gate that they doomed to fail. Just take for instance women that go mess with married men, but then they want them to leave their wife and kids and all that. Just what the hell is going on? I mean, like, but then you want to talk about how that person treated you and what they did to you. But when you did that, I sometimes. Then you got people that go in relationships for monetary gain to get played. Oh my God. I just don't get it. And then want to be the victim. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. How is you going looking for karmic justice for somebody's mess when you did it? When you put yourself in those situations? Y'all. But now you done cleaned up your little act and you spiritually you're aligned, you're celibate, and scared to death to go out there and mess up the daggone game. But are you truly healed if you living in fear? I don't know. I just want to know. Let's see what the tarot talking about. They wanted to come out. Now you got, wow. I'm going to have to do it over because it's 4. If it would have been 3, I would have kept it. But you got the World card. That is closing out cycles. Yeah, getting over this trauma. Now this could be somebody. However, I do see it, you getting over some trauma with spilt milk, going into hermit mode. However, the ego, just what I just said, still living in cotton picking fear. Don't pause your little sex life because you can't make a choice to step out on the leap of faith to have a new relationship because you're scared of this. You scared. There's justice, karma. All that work that you put in on yourself, you're scared to death to go out there and mess it up again. I know it, because that's me. Alright, we got 2 here. Yeah. Now this might be some food trying to come back into your life. That one communicate. Because the love is here. But you having the strength. At least the most of you got sense enough not to go back to that. Yeah, you done walked out. I'm telling you, it's all based on this right here. Now this will throw your mind up because yeah, they had choices, but they gonna pay that karma debt. Yeah, they thinking about it, going back, coming back, and want to come back. Yeah, look, I told you. It never fails. I mean, I had one, I think that was Virgo week, Virgo. That daggone thing, no, it blew my mind. Nobody was coming back from the past. It was beautiful. And it's all a test. And you know why the test stayed consistent in some of these readings? because it's pulling on the energy of that person that's doing the reading. Just understand that I don't care. They're pulling on their energy, and a lot of their bias is going out here into these readings. When they tell you to go back to these maybe they'll enter back into some of these relationships. Y'all need to think about that stuff. Now, I'm not sitting up here and saying that I'm the most proficient at these things right here, and understand that my bias come in it too. But I'm trying to tell you why. I ain't going back to no daggone relationship. And I don't care what these picking cards say. That's just not going to happen. And I'm not sitting up here telling nobody to go back to no relationship. Because these things is general. You picking up on energy from the entire cotton picking world. You don't know where this energy is coming from. And you holding on to all kinds of trauma. You don't know I'm telling you. Alright. Okay, y'all. Okay. Okay. Trying to tell you. You better use your discernment and your discretion. You, at the end of the day, have free will, the choice. You need to make the change. You need to open up your third eye and pause. He lining right up with that. Change. Lining right up with new beginnings. Getting your mind right. Listen, this person needs to open up their third eye and ask for some guidance. Because they probably don't think rationally. Yeah. And a lot of these people are trying to send you back to these people. They ain't did no daggone work on themselves. I heard one reading say this person needs your help. You need to go back and the divine wants you to go back and help them. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? You got to be out your cotton picking mind. Now it's my job to go back to a toxic relationship to fix somebody that's broken. Listen, child. Sometimes I don't know. I look at some of these readings and I wonder if they sent from the devil itself. I don't know, y'all. I'm just trying to say. Shit's crazy out here in these tarot streets. And because love readings get the most views, that's what they gonna put out there. Listen, this is the 4 cups lining up right with that food. Now that could be you or him. But I hope it's you turning down that offer. Because you done opened up your eye, your vision, done asked for guidance. I looked at the clock and it was 4:04. That's the number. And as soon as I said guidance, it's like, listen, divinely guided. You just got to put the work in. Listen, that's you moving forward. You probably did hold it dear to your heart. And listen, I just said 4:04, and did it go again? 4:04. Moving forward to new beginnings. Making a change. They give you strength card again. A lot of you out here strong. But you scared as hell because you still holding on to all that damn trauma. But going to another relationship. Now that ain't for all of y'all. I'm just talking to the ones that's scared to go into another relationship. Because I know that's not the case for everybody, because love readings is the most popular. So it's evident that people want to go into a relationship. And that's probably the ones that haven't did the work. That's why they so ready to go into another damn relationship. So just understand, if you do attain the fear to go into another relationship, you done did some damn work. Look. Now that could be you or your partner. Still holding on to that damn trauma. If you're scared to go into a relationship, you're holding on to the trauma. I don't care what you're talking about. If you've been in a relationship, I can see if you ain't never been in a damn relationship, but if you've been in a couple, it's evident that you want to be in a relationship. Or you wanted to be in one. Yeah, but you done did a whole lot of damn self-reflection and you scared the hell. You holding on for dear damn life. That stress card keeps showing up. And listen, bitch. I'll be damned if I do that shit again. Oh, y'all, I'm at 47 minutes. Let me pull 3 more of these cards. Look, I told you. Hey, like, here we go. Ain't do that damn no work. Look. That's too funny. What's this guy? What's that? Yeah, look at it. Keep coming out here. Look, you're moving forward, optimistic about your future, but you still holding on to that shit. You ain't letting it go. I'm scared. I ain't gonna let it go. Holding on. Look, you done paused yourself. Tell me that source ain't talking to you. Now, the ones that you scared to go into a relationship, this is talking to you. And the ones that's ready to go in a relationship that need to be paused, this is you too. You need to slow down. And think about some of this stuff and why you get into these relationships. Why is there a need for that codependency? Not to say when you be in a relationship that they all are codependency. But however, I just find it very codependent, traitorous, I say, look, characteristics, because it's like almost desperation sometimes. Man, I'm trying to tell you, I see some desperation from a lot of these folks, the way they put themselves out here in these streets to get the attention from the opposite sex. And I'm not saying that this is you, but I'm just saying, oh, it's there. Communication is key. That's your advice. To pay attention to the signs. Let go of control issues. And don't be faithful to people that's not faithful to you. I'm saying committed. I'm not saying faithful as far as sexist regards. I'm talking about a lot of us go out here and start dating people and just put ourselves in a relationship with them and be committed. Like, listen, where they do that at? Did y'all communicate exclusiveness? I don't know. I'm just asking. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It is lining up with change and at new beginnings. So this could be in regards to finances, even though this is, about a relationship. However, it could be about a relationship too, because that Ace of Swords is about communication, new beginnings. New emphasis on new. However, it do look like somebody, that fool from your past is coming back. Listen, it never fails. So I think this is over with. I think a lot of, because change is there. I mean, I tell you not to go back to no relationship. You're gonna do what you want to do. I'm just trying to say, don't be scared to go into another relationship, to a new and improved relationship, especially if you think you've done the work on yourself. Why would you deprive yourself of that connection? And just be true to yourself. If it's fear that's holding you back, how can you preach it and don't be about it? That's all I'm trying to say. Now I can understand, because the pickings is a little bit slim, and I get that. And I ain't telling you to go out there and jump in no relationship to prove that you ain't scared either. Alright, so let's get that clear. However, bring love into the situation. It was your last card. Yep. And that's understanding the part that you played in it. And go look at a reading on your person's sign about the karmic debt that you're going to pay. And that's all I'm saying. And that was your reading. And I hope I wasn't too hard on you, but I had to keep it reading. A lot of people out here act like they ain't played a part in some of the shit. Alright, bye. See you next one.